Joe, a heck of a script, offensive script last week.
Yeah.
Talk about that, your fast start.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously that was really important in the game to get off to a fast start. You want to be able to, maintain that and keep that for the full 60 minutes, and that kind of hurt us. But, we got the ball in guys' hands early on that have a really good knack for making plays and are just really talented guys, and I think that helped us out.
Flip side of that, not a lot going on in the third quarter recently. Can you pinpoint?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely look at the film and see. I mean, it's just little things here and there that are hurting us, and it kind of goes back to the first couple games. And a lot of what it's been this whole year is just us hurting ourselves and doing things that don't really make sense.
You and some of the other players have talked about how during his losses, can't get too low, and now try to keep it even keeled. But does it feel a little bit different just early on after winning like that?
Well, listen, I mean, I honestly think we have done a pretty good job, especially come Wednesday, of preparing for our next opponent and having a really good mindset. So today, I mean, I wouldn't say it feels too much different than it's been the last few weeks. But obviously, after the game and on Monday when you come in and you're working out, guys have a little bit more of a pep in their step.
Joe, you've talked about how this is a young team learning to win. Do you talk to those young guys about the challenge of playing 2 games on 8 days with the Thursday nighter coming up?
I'm not worried about that game yet. I mean, we got a really important one this week on Sunday, and we'll worry about that whole Thursday night thing when it happens. But it is what it is.
If you're going to be around toward the end, you got to win at home. What is the key to get that momentum going at home? What do you guys need to do? Is it just finishing?
Yeah, well, I mean, in our case, in our case this year, yes. I mean, we got to finish games, and you can look at it any way. I mean, everybody always says you got to win at home, but really good teams win on the road, and as well. So there's a lot of different ways you can do it. It's just one of those things that people like to talk about, and it's an easy talking point. There's obviously certain things as an offense that you don't have to deal with when you're playing at home, but your defense now has to deal with it. So. Good teams win football games. It doesn't really matter where it is.
Are you able to tell early on when you start working with a receiver if you're going to have a pretty good connection with them?
I think every guy's different, but yeah, typically you go out and throw with a guy as a quarterback, and I've seen plenty of people, thrown to plenty of guys. I mean, yes, typically you can, very quickly diagnose. How you feel the connection is going to be between the two of you.
Dalton talked about how the locker room after the win wasn't really too high. I mean, the feeling was like the job isn't done. You guys obviously aren't satisfied, just getting this first win. Are you kind of happy with the way the team kind of responded after the win, knowing that you still got a lot of work to be done here, even after the first win?
I don't know. It's tough to answer that. I mean, listen, winning a football game in the NFL is one of the hardest things to do. So anytime you get a win, I don't care how you react. I mean, if we were super high in the locker room, I don't think that's a bad thing because we just won a football game. I think there was probably definitely a little bit of, okay, it's our first win and we still have 4 losses. You could probably sense that. Maybe it was a little bit different than being 5-1 or something like that, 4-1. But I don't really think it matters either way. I mean, if you're excited about a win, that's a good thing. It's our first one together as a group, and we should be excited about it.
What do you see from the Titans on defense?
They're a really talented group. They play really well together. They got a really good back end. They got some really good guys up front. So it's going to be a big challenge this week.
They haven't allowed a 100-yard receiver all year, but they give it up to tight ends like they're handing out Halloween candy. So would you like to see maybe more of Noah Fant, Jeff Hireman this week?
Oh, hey, I mean, I don't think you can force anything. We have to play the way we play, and I don't know what the reason for those things are, but they're secondary. They're talented guys that play really sound football. We're going to run our plays and we're going to do what we do, and however things fall, they fall.
Emmanuel only had 1 catch. Was that the game plan, the way the defense approached it, or why was that?
Look, we ran the ball a lot. I think I only had 20 attempts. We had a couple plays up for him early. I ended up hitting Jeff down the seam. I mean, there's different things that come up throughout the course of a game, and sometimes you can't control the flow of it. And to Emmanuel's credit, if you watch the way he went out there and blocked in the run game and set some of our guys up for even bigger plays than they would have been, it's pretty impressive. But hey, you never know quite the way that the game's going to go, and it was one of those games where really none of our guys probably had a ton of touches or a ton of chances, so it's just the way it goes sometimes.
You've had some great backs. What do you see from Lindsey now working with him a little bit here at quarter? the season? What sticks out about Phil?
Well, I mean, just how hard he runs. You know, he's going to get a lot of extra yards after contact just because of the way he keeps his feet moving and puts his head down with no fear. So.
Were you surprised he's so good between the tackles? Everybody looks at him and thinks he's a perimeter guy.
Oh, I don't think I was. I mean, that's kind of really what he is, to be honest with you. He's even though he's small, he's an in between the tackles kind of guy. I mean, he sees those things probably a little bit better. He's a little bit more patient inside of the tackles, and then when the crease opens up, he's able to hit it really fast just because of the kind of foot speed he has. So I think that's the thing that we've noticed that he's probably the best at.
You know, you've seen Cody Sensabaugh a few times. What are you guys getting in there?
Hey, it's tough for me to say. I mean, it's tough for me. I'm not an evaluator, and it's been here and there over the years, so it's tough for me to recall. But I'm sure he's going to be a great addition to the locker room and bring the right attitude. So.
What have you noticed as the reasons for improvement from the O-line the last couple of weeks versus the first couple weeks?
Well, it's a new system. I mean, they're working together. They get their calls right, and we're finding out what we're good at. There's a bunch of things that go into it, but they're a hard playing group of guys. They're young, and they're still figuring out some things. So they're going to do nothing but get better and better.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Joe.